Welcome to EcoCard Solution. This video will cover on the personalizing or customizing your salary slip, or we call it pay slip. Right now, the first thing that you'll see is that to access your salary slip personalization or customization, okay, go to the setup, pay slip setup. In the pay slip setup, you'll see that by default, some may get some values, okay, especially if you have some templates. In this case, we have some blanks and some existing templates. So select the templates, okay, and you will see some test data available over here, okay. Now, you'll notice that the first column, before I go to that, when you want to print out your salary slip, you need to indicate the paper size that you plan to use, all right? And to indicate the paper size, you can give uh, the paper size that you want to choose from the list available over here. So assuming you choose A30, then your paper size will increase over here. Now you probably have a question exactly what is this number you don't understand or cannot relate to your environment. Now A4 paper size basically has on the horizontal, okay, 595 points, and vertical you have 842 points. What does that mean? Okay, now that means if you understand Cartesian coordinates, let me show you to you what is Cartesian coordinates. This is what is a Cartesian coordinates, right? Basically, you have 3 and 4 represents your width and height, all right? So you have a paper would have an A4 paper would have 595 points maximum until the last point over here, and 800 over points, which is 842 points to the top. Okay, so leveraging on this coordinates, we are able to place data into the respective coordinates. All right, so we are using this concept and idea to implement, and in the future we probably may use a drag and drop feature. By the moment we are implementing this feature first. Okay, now so this is your X and Y. All right, now depending on the type that you um, and each of these, okay, sorry, each of these, okay, represents a certain identifier or name. Okay, sometimes you want to place a label, or you want to place as dynamic values, okay, like the staff name, right? And you want to put an employee name, then you want to place an employee name, and you want to give a name next to the employee name called staff name. All right. So this is how you place the coordinates and the position. Okay. Now, if it is a staff name, which is a label, it doesn't change from one employee to another employee. You call it label. But if by when you print the salary slip the time, you want the employee actual name to be printed next to the label, which is a staff name, then you have to use the identifier that we have set over here. Now, how do you know what are the available identifiers? Now, if I were to type employee, you have a long list of available options that you can select over here. Okay, if you don't want the employee name, you can choose the IC number. Okay, so these are the list of identifier you can use to place the values into the respective position. So how do I, once you have chosen the employee, you need to choose the type, okay, what type of identifier you're using. If the system sees that you're using an employee identifier, then it will match this against our internal records to retrieve the employee name. Okay, so this is how you position values, okay, in the systems, in the database to the documents. All right. Now you can change the size of the document. Sorry, can change the size of the label. You can make it bigger if you want it to be. Okay. In this case, you take example payslip. The label called payslip. All right, which is 18 font size, and for the address, we use 12. Okay. Now you can make it align to left or right. Okay, or the center, whichever that you want it to be. Okay. Now, um, Unicode. Okay, assuming that you are using normal Latin words names, then you can choose any of the available options over here. Okay, you have different font types. But if you want to have, let's say, Chinese letters to be printed out, you must choose, okay, any of the font types available, which will introduce in the future more font types. But if your Chinese letters or Indian or Tamil or any of these different Russian or whatever letters, you must use Unicode. All right. If you don't use Unicode, it will not print out correctly. All right. So this is what it does. Okay, setting up the payslip. Now, as you can see, as you progress over here, let me make some adjustment. Okay, as you can see, you can choose, okay, to give very special instruction when the salary slip is being printed out. You don't want zero to be printed. You can hide zero. You can give additional instruction to hide zero. You can see from here, you can indicate additional rules. Okay, so what are the other available additional rules? Okay, hide zero is one of them. You can do formatting. Okay, and you can do for combine height zero and format together. Okay, and you can do computation. All right. So assuming that this figure, this position where I'm going to place the value, is that I'm going to use formula, okay, which is the payroll, employee payroll, total employee, all right, minus the deductions, right? This will give you the balance. Okay, so and yeah, these are the examples that you can use. Okay, now for the full list of the formula, you can use this. Okay, so if you want to use thickness on the line and boxes, you can use box. You can print boxes. Okay, on a certain area, and you can indicate the thickness of the box to be 1.3 or 1.4. Okay, or you can change the any figure over here. So, all right. And this is an example how you can use the formula. So we provide two types of information. One is that it is an employee. You can choose employee or the payroll. Okay, you can draw labels. Okay, which is the most common one, and line, image. You can add image on your own, and you can draw boxes, or you want to compute a certain figure to display it on the or to be printed on the payslip. Okay, we believe this would be sufficient. If there are anything else that is missing, do contact us. Okay, let us know what else you want to include. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with this. I want to create a second one. I can give a different name, which is not available in the list over here. Okay, and make sure I click update. I would have the second salary slip. Okay, so if I want to remove, let's say I want to remove one of them. Okay, all I have to do is highlight the salary slip and click remove. Right, and that's it. So that will be it for this video. Thank you.